Hey guys, here we go with your daily profit update now on winnersandwhiners.com. We're ready for NFL preseason week 2 action. We have a big game we're going to take a look at here. It goes Thursday night, 10 p.m. Eastern. It's the San Francisco 49ers and the LA Chargers. Before we give you a selection in that game, we're going to give you a team previews on both of these teams, San Francisco and the Chargers, as we welcome the 2026 NFL season. Wes, NFL preseason week 2 is here. College football right around the corner, just 10 days away. I know you're getting excited.
Yeah, definitely getting excited for sure. Regarding the 49ers, obviously, the big story with them is, the Kyle Shanahan car accident and whether he will recover and, be good to go, because they play their first game in Melbourne, Australia, right, against the Rams, which in and of itself is kind of funny because you're basically taking a division game away from, I think the Niners are the visiting team, or maybe they're the home team. But the point is, somebody loses a home division game, which I think is highly unfair for the NFL to do. This should have been an out of division matchup, in my opinion. It is what it is. But the bigger story is Kyle Shanahan's mustache. It looks like there is a new sheriff in town, Tony.
Oh, definitely. I don't know what's going on with that. He's definitely a wild, wild west. He must have been watching a lot of movies after his car accident.
Yeah. So regarding this game, though, so I think it's very interesting that the Chargers, they opened up as favorites here in this game. They opened up -1.5. It's already gone to +1.5 toward, in the Niners' favor. So the Chargers are now a dog. Total's 38.5. But kind of, getting back to the San Diego Chargers, the one thing that they missed last season is the offensive line, right? So Rashawn Slater was out for the year. Joe Alt was out for the year. Now they appear to be back. They actually played very well last week for, the two quarterbacks, DJ Uiagalelei, say that 10 times fast, and Trey Lance both played. And they played well behind that offensive line. It held up quite well. Tennessee, they beat the Niners last week 19-13. The Chargers beat the Texans 27-7. Interestingly enough, with these preseason games, the over-under was 4 overs and 12 unders last week for preseason football, and I was on the under practically every single game, which means I went 12-4 is what I went, because I just kept doing it. I said I'm taking the under. The Hall of Fame game I lost because it went way over, but statistically, you go back 3-4 years, man, a lot of these preseason games go under. You can make some money just by as a trend writing that under.
Yeah, week 1 was definitely the unders and also the underdogs cashed in the NFL preseason. So if you were dog better and an under better, you cleaned up in NFL preseason week 1.
Yeah, it'll be interesting too. Just George Kittle coming back. I don't know if George Kittle's actually going to be able to play in the the opener in Melbourne. And I kind of don't know if you want him to, because you don't really know about that field and how it's going to play and everything. You don't want his first game back to be on an unfamiliar field. But obviously, you have a lot of other dynamics with the receiving crew, Brock Purdy and everything. The Niners, I think they kind of have a little bit of a tough task ahead of them this year. They're going to have to come together, and especially with a coach where you don't even know if he's going to make the first game to Australia or not, if he's going to be able to make the flight. So I think it's going to be tough sledding for the Niners this year.
Yeah, they're coming off a 12-5 season. Last year, they did pretty well. The over-under this year set at 10.5. San Francisco's made the playoffs 5 out of the last 7 years, so they're well coached. They're a good team, but they have a lot of injuries. McCaffrey's already banged up. He's missed 10 days of practice. Purdy missed 8 games last year. Their backup's Mac Jones, and then they have Adrian Martinez as their quarterback rotation. But this team just has a lot of injuries. They added Mike Evans. Yeah, he used to be a great receiver, but he's getting old. Will McCaffrey stay healthy? Ricky Parasol's out for the year. They just have George Kittle gets hurt a lot. And they do have a fairly easy schedule to start the season: Miami, Arizona, Washington, Atlanta. But then they have some cold weather games at the back end of their schedule. I think it's going to be very tough, at Kansas City, at Philly. Offensive line is still there, but they're in a tough division. And I don't see them going over 10.5 wins this year.
Yeah, I think they're going to go under too. I think it's just going to be a tall task with the Rams in that division. You got to play the Rams twice, the Chargers twice. And speaking of the Chargers, I'm high on the Chargers. I think they're going to have a really good year with that offensive line intact. Their season win total is, if you want to lay a little bit of juice, at 9.5. You can get over at -140. We talked about this last week, and actually that's gone up a little bit. I think we had over 9.5, like -125 or -130 last week. So it's gone up a little bit in my favor. Obviously the books are thinking that's probably trending the right way as well. But Jim Harbaugh, just fantastic head coach. They have a new defensive coordinator, Chris O'Leary, that came in because obviously Jesse Minter went to Baltimore. But defensively, they should be sound as well. And I like the Chargers over that 9.5 number. So we're looking under 10.5 with the 49ers. It sounds like we both agree, and over 9.5 for the Los Angeles Chargers.
Yeah, I agree with the over 9.5 wins for the season. Offensive line's much better. They had 3 injuries last year on the offensive line. That really hurt their chances. The quarterback was scrambling every game. But I think they're going to open up. I think the offense is going to be good. It's his third year with the team. I think they're going to come out strong. Like we said, it's a tough division. But I think the Chargers are going to have a very good season and go over 9.5 wins.
Yeah, and as it relates to this game, they say if it ain't broke, you don't fix it. So I'm going under 38.5 here. So Brock Purdy is supposed to play here for a little bit, and Mac Jones will probably get some time after him. Adrian Martinez, he played a little bit last week, but he did not look all that great. And also Curtis Rourke, another one of their backups, he played, but he was hurt all year last year, and he got hurt in that game versus the Titans last week. So they don't even know if he's going to be able to play. And obviously with the McCaffrey issue and, Kittle not playing yet, I think that this is going to be another under game. I mean, the unders went, 12 unders and 4 overs last week. I think it's going to continue into this week. So rolling under the 38.5 here between the Chargers and the Niners at SoFi in LA.
Yeah, I see the same line, 38.5. I think it's an underplay between San Fran and the LA Chargers. San Francisco, one of the worst teams last year, converting on third down. And I just don't see them scoring many touchdowns here on Thursday night. I think this one stays under. It's a late kickoff, 10 p.m. Eastern. But take the 49ers and the Chargers under 38.5 points as we look for these unders to continue in the NFL preseason. I know we have a special offer on Winners and Winers. You want to tell everyone about that?
Yeah, please. Absolutely. So, you go over to winnersandwiners.com. That's the new place to find Tony Karpinski and myself, all our plays for the NFL season, as well as all the other sports. But you can get MLB plus every NFL and college football play now through the Super Bowl. It was $8.99. It's discounted to $6.99. It saves you $200. College football, NFL, rest of MLB. That's a lot of plays because I'm a pretty high volume capper, and I know you put out quite a bit of plays as well, Tony. So, go check out winnersandwiners.com. That's where you want to be for Tony K and myself for the rest of the season.
Yeah, some great deals up there for the upcoming college and NFL season. You get the rest of Major League Baseball as well. That includes the baseball playoffs all the way through the World Series, absolutely free. So $6.99 through the Super Bowl. Not only myself, Wes, you can see David Delano's pictures there as well, and some other reputable handicappers at winnersandwiners.com.
Yeah, David Delano's a good buddy, so I'm sure he's not going to mind us using his picture.
Yeah, he doesn't mind the free promo there. But guys, give us a like, subscribe, thumbs up here. This is the Daily Profit, now on Winners and Winers, part of the WagerTalk family. So give us a like, subscribe, thumbs up to these videos. You'll be notified each and every time we put out a new video. We're breaking down NFL team previews and also giving preseason picks here up until the start of the regular season.
All right, Tony,
as always, thanks for sharing your knowledge. And as always, good luck and be a winner. We'll talk to you again tomorrow.